Bruce Lee single-handedly takes down all the Japanese masters. As two rival martial arts schools, one Chinese and one Japanese, clash, the Chinese school faces a crisis when their founder is murdered. Will Bruce Lee, a student of the Chinese master, track down the killer and save his school from being destroyed? Strap in, movie enthusiasts, it's recap time. Get ready for an action-packed Bruce Lee movie, The Fist of Fury, from the year 1972. Watch as he takes on his master's killer in a thrilling fight for justice. Don't miss the epic showdown, so watch the video till the end. The movie begins with Bruce Lee's character, named Chen, attending his master's funeral. He is deeply devoted to his master and is heartbroken over his death. His friends try to comfort him, but when he becomes too emotional, they knock him unconscious by hitting him on the back of the head with a shovel. Chen's master was the founder of the Jingwu martial arts school in China, which he built from the ground up. This is where Chen and his friends trained in martial arts. The master believed that this school would not only make his students physically strong, but also strengthen their character and spirit for the sake of China, their homeland. He hoped his students would help those in need and serve the community with honor. In the next scene, we see that Chen hasn't eaten for 2 days because he's so upset about his master's death. His sadness soon turns into suspicion, and he starts questioning his elder brother, Fen Chunhasia, about how their master died. Chen feels something is off. Fen tries to reassure him, saying the doctor claimed it was pneumonia. But they admit they don't really believe that either and are quietly investigating the real cause of their master's death, showing they share Chen's doubts and want to find out the truth. At the 7th-day ceremony of the funeral, the students held 3 minutes of silence to honor their beloved master. During this time, the director of the rival Japanese school, Hongku, Mr. Suzuki, sent his man, Mr. Hu, to insult the deceased master. They presented a painting with the title, Sick Man of East Asia, and challenged the students to a duel. This act enraged all the students, especially Chen, but Fen stopped them from fighting, reminding them that their master never taught them to engage in violence in this way. The next day, Chen goes to the Japanese school, carrying the insulting portrait they had used to disrespect his master. When he arrives, he finds that the director and Mr. Hu aren't there, but this doesn't stop him. Determined to prove himself, Chen challenges the 20-plus students who are practicing with their teacher. At first, they laugh and make fun of him for coming alone, thinking he's no threat. But when one student steps forward to attack, Chen quickly and easily knocks him out with a single blow. The other students stop laughing, realizing that Chen is much stronger than they thought. Seeing this, the rest of the students surround Chen and start attacking him, but he quickly defends himself and takes them down one by one. After Chen knocks out all the students, the teacher, now scared, hesitates, but eventually fights Chen, only to be easily defeated and knocked to the ground. All the students are terrified of Chen after witnessing his strength. As he prepares to leave the school, Chen makes a powerful statement. "We Chinese are not sick men." To drive his point home, he forces the students to eat the portrait they had used to insult his master, reminding them of the promise they made to eat it if they lost the fight. The students, now fearful and humiliated, have no choice but to obey, fully realizing the consequences of underestimating Chen. When Director Suzuki finds out what happened at the school, he becomes furious and orders the destruction of the Jingwu school. Later, Chen tries to enter an amusement park, but the guard stops him, pointing to a sign that says, "No dogs and Chinese allowed inside." Chen feels deeply humiliated. A Japanese man mocks Chen, saying that if he acts like a dog, he'll be allowed inside. This makes Chen so angry that he punches the man in the face, knocking him out. He then breaks the sign with an impressive flying kick. The guard calls the police, but Chen has already left by the time they arrive. Mr. Suzuki's men break into the Jingwu school and start attacking the students. At first, the students try to resist, but they are outnumbered since Chen isn't there. The intruders destroy everything in the school and even insult the master's picture hanging on the wall. Fen fights bravely and manages to save the master's painting, but in the process, he is badly beaten by Mr. Suzuki's men. Mr. Hu is also there, and in the end, he threatens the Jingwu students, telling them to hand over Chen within 3 days. If they don't, they'll destroy the school and have everyone arrested, as the police are on their side. Afterward, Chen returns to the school and rushes to find out what happened. At first, everyone blames him for their troubles, with one student even saying that Chen should handle it on his own. However, when Fen scolds them, they soon realize that what Chen did was out of devotion to their late master. They then tell him about Mr. Hu's threat and advise Chen to leave the city. Though he doesn't want to leave them, they remind him of their master's teachings about avoiding trouble. In the end, Fen orders Chen to leave the city early the next morning. That night, Chen struggles as he prepares to leave the next day. He sits with the master's portrait in the hallway. His girlfriend tells him to rest for his early train, but he feels regretful about their relationship and his current situation. She reassures him they can be together again after things settle, so he asks her to go to bed. After she leaves, Chen hears a noise and finds an open window. He goes outside and overhears two butlers in the kitchen talking about removing the poisoned biscuits they had placed in the master's room, admitting it caused the master's death. Enraged, Chen confronts them. The butlers, who are Japanese and work for Mr. O, admit to the murder. One challenges Chen to a fight. In a furious response, Chen knocks him out with one punch. When the second butler attacks with a knife, Chen quickly defends himself and knocks him out with a few punches. His girlfriend suspects where he might be and goes to the graveyard, where she finds Chen. She asks him not to hide and to come home so they can figure out a solution together. Chen explains he's not hiding, but planning something, and doesn't want everyone involved. She asks about his plan, but Chen only says he will take her to a place where their dreams will come true, and they will live a peaceful life with their kids. He then mentions that Mr. O might be connected to the master's death. Meanwhile, it is discovered that one of the butlers was the younger brother of Mr. O's men. They go to the director and demand revenge for his brother's death. Mr. O is also there and warns that if they seek revenge, it might link them to the master's death. He proposes an alternative plan. They should pressure the Jingwu school to either close down or surrender Chen. The police come to Jingwu school and try to link the butlers' deaths to them. They give the school an ultimatum: surrender Chen within 2 days, or the school will be closed permanently. Later, Mr. O is seen leaving a dance bar, where Chen is waiting for him as a carriage driver. Mr. O, heavily drunk, initially doesn't recognize Chen. When Chen drives him to a dead-end road, Mr. O asks where he's being taken, and Chen reveals his identity. Terrified, Mr. O claims he was just following orders from Mr. Suzuki, the Japanese lord. He begs for mercy, crying and apologizing, asking Chen not to kill him. Chen considers sparing him, but Mr. O then tries to attack Chen with a rock. Chen responds by punching him, knocking him out. Mr. O's body is later found hanging from a pole. Mr. Suzuki, furious, demands that the police either arrest Chen or he will complain to the Japanese consulate. The police respond that they have no proof against Chen, but promise to do their best to find him. Director Suzuki orders the killing of all Jingwu school students to leave no survivors. Meanwhile, Chen's girlfriend informs Fen that Chen spends his nights in the graveyard. Some students go to search for him. While they are away, Suzuki's men attack the school and kill everyone, leaving only 2 survivors. Meanwhile, Chen sees a chance to kill Director Suzuki since he doesn't know where the Japanese men are going. He enters the Japanese school and allows the guards to flee, as he's only after the director. When they refuse and fight him, Chen easily defeats them. Terrified, Director Suzuki confronts Chen with a sword. They have a fierce battle, but in the end, Chen wins with only a minor scratch from the sword. When Chen isn't found, Fen and a few students return to school. They are horrified to discover a massacre. Only 2 survivors are left, and the remaining students are deeply upset by the sight. Fen is very angry and says that Chen was right about not tolerating the situation from the start. If they had acted sooner, these men might still be alive. The police and the Japanese consulate are waiting outside Jingwu school to arrest Chen for the director's murder. When they enter the school, they are shocked to see the massacre. Fen tells them that Japanese men are responsible. The consulate decides they will file a complaint and discuss it later. But for now, they still need Chen, or they will arrest everyone and permanently close the school. After taking his revenge, Chen returns to the school where the police and Japanese consulate are waiting at the gate. To avoid them, he climbs to the back of the school. He then climbs onto the roof and hears what is happening. Feeling very sad and blaming himself for all the trouble caused to the school, he decides to surrender to the police. He makes it clear that he will do so only if they agree to keep the school open and not file complaints against the students. The police, now regretting their decision to side with the Japanese despite being Chinese themselves, assure Chen that they will protect the school and its students. By doing this, Chen saves the school. As Chen is leaving the school, the Japanese men are waiting outside with guns and pistols. The movie ends with Chen performing an amazing flying kick toward them.